For 15 years, we've been hosting conferences and hosting investor events. The truth is, as much as we invest into the online aspects to what we do, as much as we invest in sort of educating and communicating with our database and so forth, in this space, when you're talking about significant sums of money, nothing beats the power of an in-person conversation or an in-person conference or an in-person presentation. There's something about doing an event where energy is concentrated into one location, headspace is concentrated into one location, and an investor gets to see a company present their opportunity. And the reality is that in an investor's mind, they're going through certain factors in their head. They're looking about how someone presents their business. They're looking about what's the weaknesses in their presentation, how they present themselves, what's the opportunity associated with it. And everyone's got their own different filters about what they're actually looking for and what they think is actually unique. The reality is, I know for me, what's made us unique and how after 15, 16 years, when you look around, there's still no technical competitor to what we do. One of the key parts of that is the in-person part, because it's so hard to do with so many moving pieces. The reality is, for a company that's raising money, you can easily get comfortable being online. The truth is, the magic happens in person. A lot of magic happens in person. And before COVID, when people were raising money, that's why they do sort of non-deal roadshows, deal roadshows, where they're actually going out meeting face to face with investors. The ability to look in the eye, ask questions, get the response, etc., makes a big difference when raising money. So, for me, the in-person conferences and the networking, the conversations which take place, and not just the investment part, but also the strategic and also the commercial opportunities that get created from those events, that is something special. It's going to be a key component of what we do going forward as well. One of my favorite stories, and it's such a shame that the company's had its own challenges. I remember we were hosting Emergence, and it was 2019, and we had Booktopia presenting at that event. And I remember Tony was at our drinks at the night. The best networking often can happen at the drinks. You basically end up having a conversation at the end of the night in the corner of the room, which ultimately led to a $20 million investment. And, to me, that just really exemplified the power of that in-person part. Now, I've got hundreds of stories like that have taken place over the years and that take place at every single event. My articulation at the start of every event is, one conversation can change the trajectory of a business and of an investment. The challenge is you never know which one of those conversations is, but that's the power of the in-person conversation.